name's Parker.
And I'm Drew.
And this is Spinning Tires. Today we're reviewing a 2005 Volvo S60. This is my car. It's my first car. It's nice. It costs $460. But it is a tank and it's like not gonna break. Like crazy not gonna break. Thanks, Progressive.
Horsepower and torque.
We got 208 horsepower out of a 5-cylinder turbo, creating 236 pound-feet of torque. Which is not bad. I'd say it's around a Civic Si. A little less than Civic Si, but I think this will pull harder than one. But both front-wheel drive and both like to understeer.
Yeah.
Not oversteer, understeer. The one that nobody wants. Because it's wrong-wheel drive. Y'all can at me in the comments.
So overall, how would you say it handles?
It handles alright. It's very point and shoot. Feels very direct. Not much to it. Don't have much to compare it to though.
So switching lanes.
Switching lanes, it's fine.
Right turns, 3-point turns, 2-point turns, you know.
Yeah, it's fine. It's got it's pretty sharp. It's alright. It's not bad. It's not the best, but it's no slump. It's got more than you think.
Definitely.
Let's talk about the interior.
Well, the interior is kind of that classic gray tan, you know.
Yeah.
With the upholstery.
Got the early 2000s.
Yeah.
Look.
Which, you know, does create for a hot car, but winter here in Texas, winter you're not going to get a hot car in the summer.
Yeah. It's not as bad as say like a black car.
Yeah.
If this was black, this would just be a death trap for heat. It's not in the winter. It's all right. The seats they've held up actually pretty well through the since 2005.
You know, this car's 15 years old.
Yeah.
It's got a few scrapes and scratches, but it's not.
It's definitely been put through the paces. That's for sure.
It's not a piece.
Send it.
It's not a piece yet. There we go. There's that horsepower.
Yeah, the non-existent horsepower. It's all right. Like, I mean, it's not terrible. It pulls all right through the corners. It gets good around above 3,000 RPMs. That's where the turbo starts to kick in. You'll definitely notice a difference.
Now, do all 2005 models have a turbo in it?
They do not. Not all of them do. Some just come with the straight 5-cylinder, which for those who have the straight 5-cylinder, that sucks for you because this thing's kind of slow without the turbo.
In most cars, when it has you know, a 2.4 or a 2.0 or a 4.0, when it has a T next to it,
typically stands for turbo, but that's not always the case with the T5 in the Volvo.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the transmission here. Volvo's like Achilles heel. They're terrible. They suck. It's an automatic, but you can push it into a 5-speed, and it's terrible. Leave it in automatic because
I don't think I've ever seen that before.
You haven't?
No.
Yeah, you can shift down. You can downshift and upshift, but it's not faster than normal deal. You can sort of force it with your foot. You can let off the brake and let it shift, and then it'll go a little quicker. But you're not going to get anything good out of this.
Yeah.
Now on the gas, the pedal accelerator, there's this weird deal because you'll get about 90% of the throttle, and then there's this little piece left that you can stop and save, and you push past it, and then it gives like all 100%.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird. I haven't really seen that one before, but it's definitely interesting. The transmission really can't handle it though. It's transmission-wise, no bueno.
So when you come to like interior, focusing on, you know, upholstery, leather, seat belts, classic seat belts, but when you come to, you know, infotainment, like the console has, you know, climate control.
It's got the classic buttons, but it's very dated. There's no aux.
You know, it's one of those classic early 2000s, mid 2000s console, and
but it should have an aux.
Right.
It should have an aux for this time.
But there is the
cigarette outlet,
which can, you know, use for chargers and Bluetooth devices. Like my brother, he's got one that plugs into the cigarette.
Yeah, I had one of those and I blew a fuse. Yeah, it really didn't. It worked for about 8 months, and then not so well after that.
Yeah.
So another cool thing that this car has interior wise that you don't see very much in any other cars, but Volvo S60s definitely have this. You press here, this seat, it looks like a seat headrest down button, and you press it, they drop in the back.
Look at that.
You get more visibility. That's kind of cool, and you don't really see that used up in anything other than Volvos. So
Yeah.
pretty,
Again, that's another thing I've never even seen before.
so we got the steering, the volume knob. The volume knob sucks. Like, use the one on the steering wheel. Like this one, like you can be scrolling it louder and it'll get quieter. It's not good.
Interesting.
Back seat room, it's not comfortable for me. That's 6'1", but I never really have to sit back there, so it's not my problem.
Yeah, really the limit in most cars is probably, I don't know, 5'5", 5'6". But
Yeah, I give 5'8".
you know, with America getting taller, they've got to make more room in small cars now. More Volvos recently, or
Yeah, Volvos now are nice.
Hyundai, or you know, Honda. They all made more room.
Yeah, like the Passat. The Passat's really big in the back seat. It's really good. Now it's time for. I've always wondered when I'm looking at cars, can I put a pair of golf clubs in it? Now to the golf club test. So on the outside, as far as it goes, it's got some nice duct tape. You'll notice up at the front because your boy made a mistake.
It happens.
Yeah, it happens.
Happens to the best of us.
Statistically, that was not statistically supposed to happen.
But the outside of the car does have a good look.
Yes, I'd
to
say
it.
the back looks a whole lot better than the front. You can definitely take this one in the 2005 and put it to the 2019-2020 Volvo S60, and you can definitely see where they match up in line. They look good. The new S60 looks great as far as it goes. They keep the like trunk of the back deal going.
Mm-hmm.
It looks good. That keeps the design flowing through, and they updated the face to like look more like a Mercedes and type style. You know, with the it's got the Volvo in the logo in the middle and the grill. It looks nice, but this they need to do some work on the front. But dude, it's good now.
You know that, but this Volvo has the front end is more kind of pointed, more triangular than the back end, which say the back end is kind of square, roundish, but it does create a good, nice aerodynamic.
Yeah, seam line. In fact, I'll kind of like, I wouldn't say quarter panels, but it's got like the seam running down the side of it that's kind of flush. I'll do like that.
Yeah.
Sort of like a Challenger-ish. Not really, but that line sort of is like one.
It does create like more detail going into a car, creates a better look for it, and of course everybody knows that.
Yeah, so it looks all right. Rims, yeah, these aren't they're not all OEM rims. When we bought the car, that's some 20-inch rims that looked awful, so we had to get those fixed. So we got 16s in the front, 17s on the back, and you'll probably be able to notice that, or it'll just be me because I see it. It's all right. It's not the worst.
It does create sometimes a different ride difference.
Yes, I
if
would
you're
say that.
gravel, paved road, let's say you go on a road with a bunch of potholes, you may be able to tell the difference if you hit the front one in one.
While we're talking about ride, the ride in the car is honestly not that bad. Like I'd say it rides pretty smoothly.
But then again, Volvo they do a good job with that.
Yeah, they make them to last.
Yeah.
That Chinese company running them now they're doing a good job.
Yeah. But those people over there on the other side of the world, they do make good cars.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes they're underestimated, but really when you go sit in one and you see how it rides and how it looks, they make
good cars.
They make good cars.
I'd say the new Volvos are in between a BMW and a Mercedes.
Yeah.
Right there in the middle ground. They're really nice because like S-Class is S-Class. Like, that's hard to beat.
Yeah.
If anything much more than that, you're dealing with rolls, and not everybody has that money. And just say, let's talk about the way that this car is held up. It's held up all right. like you said, Volvo makes things to last. But
Yeah.
it really has held up. Not many pieces. Well, this is kind of broken,
But it's that it gives it character. You know, you see a lot of these things are kind of worn down by the sun, but it still works and it still looks fine, and there's nothing wrong with it.
yeah. Speaking of the sun, let's talk about the paint. The paint on this car they choose, it's like a bluish gray. I like the color. Although they still use this color, you won't see, not very many other manufacturers choose to make cars in this type of color, but I like it.
Yeah, it's kind of that,
It's like their signature color.
that dark kind of midnight blue kind of.
Price. As we mentioned earlier, this car was bought at $460.
That's a steal, bro.
Not in total, because we had to like tax, title, and license, but we had to buy a key because we didn't even know if it started. We bought it from a police auction, and it ran and hasn't stopped running since. So we got out of a police auction. Honestly, it was really risky. My dad just goes in, "Hey, we have a Volvo now." I'm like, but these things on a good condition will probably run you around $2,000 to $3,000.
Yeah.
But that's gonna be a high mileage one. This one's about 205,000 miles on it, but it's still hauling good. It's still moving. Not bad first car. Safety wise, they don't have modern safety features, but it's a Volvo, so it's a tank. It's a tank. It's a Volvo.
They are tanks, and so what happens is when you make cars like this that are tanks and you compare them to other 2005 models, most of them,
this thing will knock them out of the park in safety.
Most of them, like Subaru or
Subaru's pretty
or
safe.
Mazda, they'll do a good job with making them last, and they'll preserve all the stuff on the inside, or the outside. It just it doesn't look bad, but it doesn't look
good
great
either. Volvo definitely does make a safe car. They are the only really ones to have a Volvo Save My Life Club, so
yeah,
definitely feel safe driving around in this car. Smash that like button, subscribe for more car videos. We're trying to do this. This is our first episode filming of this of Spinning Tires. Want to keep doing this. Press Cars, hit us up. I know I'm 17 and Drew's not even 16 yet, so we get it if you don't, but it'd be real cool if you did. Any cars you want to see us review, leave a like, let us know in the comment sections.
Thank you for watching.